welcome to Something Saturday. So I'm trying to block the sun off a little bit so you can actually see York Minster just over there. So excuse the fact that my hand is on top of it. But as we go in this direction, it's kind of nicer. So there's this really cool, what do they call it? They call it a bar or a gate or something. It's and then there's these really lovely houses that hopefully you can see down there, because I actually can't see anything with the sun blinding me just where it is, which is really unfortunate. However, anyway, that's the Minster and it is amazing. It's so beautiful. There. Okay. Anyway, we will move on and you can watch the rest of the video. Thanks for joining me today. Bye. Okie dokie. So I'm hoping that I've actually already said hello and welcome to Something Saturday on a little video that I will have recorded while I'm away. So hopefully you've had a nice look at somewhere in either Switzerland or Paris or England, depending on where I was when I recorded the first part for this video. That'll make sense, hopefully, now that you're watching it. Okay, anyway, today I thought we would have a look at enamel effects, and there are two sorts of enamel effects. So there is the metallic, which is copper, gold and silver, and there's the pearlized, which is black, real red and white. They cost $27. You get 3 bottles, and gee, these bottles last a long time. So they're 1 ounce or 29.5 mils each of, so each colour. And I'm just gonna pop my book away and bring the evidence forwards. So these are, excuse the fact that I've also got little daubers with mine. So these are them. We've got red, white and black, and copper, gold and silver. And there's a few things that you can actually do with these. So I just thought we would go through it so that you can be a little more educated with them yourself. First up, I will say they are not water soluble, as you can tell from my sorry looking silicone mat. I can assure you that I rubbed and rubbed this and it did not come off. The only way I could work out how to get it off was to grab this and kind of scrape away at it. And then once you've scraped away at it, it appears that it will sort of come off after that. So just in case you do get it stuck on your silicone mat, that is the way to get it off. So there we go. That'll do for now. Anyway, I will work on that at some point, probably not today. So I totally recommend, if you're planning on putting a squidge into something or somewhere, that you have just a scrap bit of paper. So I've just gone with a post-it note, and that just means that I can then take it and squidge some onto there so that then I can use it. And there's varying ways to use it, so wait for it. So that lot goes with that one. This lot goes with that one, like that. Just make sure I've got this the right way around. That looks like the silver golden. No, that's the red. I'm not too sure what I've got on there. I had it all fixed up earlier. It was sorted, and now apparently it's not. Okay, so potentially you could take, for example, with this one, your copper, and you could use a dauber and just add some colour onto here. So I recommend, if you want the colour to be fairly well saturated, then you dab it on like this. And it's really cool. It actually does change your card to being slightly shiny, and you can probably see it better with this one. So yeah, I've added quite a lot of that one. Then I've got the silver and I've got the gold there. Pretty sure that I did all three on this. So this has to be the black, which is currently looking kind of gold. That must be the white, and that's obviously the red. Not sure what's going on with that. Anyway, so that's one way you can change the color of your paper. It's really cool because you actually are just creating like a shimmer paper almost with it. So I'm just going to rub it in a little lighter on here so you can sort of see how it ends up a little bit more lighter and shimmerier, if that makes sense. So yeah, creating a shimmer paper. You can also mix it with this stuff. So potentially if you have a little tiny spray bottle like these that Stampin' Up! Does sell, I'm not quite sure where in the catalogue it is, but they are called, wait for it, stamping spritzers. There we go. Now I will say it needed quite a bit of the enamel effects for it to end up with a really nice looking spray. So I probably went with about a third of the spritzer having the metallic effects in this case in there, and then I topped it up with my Isocol. You do have to give it a really good shake because it has a tendency to sort of settle, and I recommend that before you spray onto your project, don't do what I did and just go spray and the whole thing went plop. So spray it into something else for the time being. So I actually have my dustbin, and I plan to just, that's the other thing, is that when you first spray it, chances are you're going to spray off on the wrong angle. So there we go. And then I would say just take a bit of cardstock. I also prefer to put mine into the bin so that I know I'm not spraying everywhere that I shouldn't be spraying. And spray it like that. Because it's got the alcohol in it, you will find that it dries fairly fast. And I'm hoping that you can see the little bit of gold spray that's on there. So the other side actually has silver. And then I do have some gold on this one, and I have some copper on this one, which I'm not so sure that it's going to show up well. Let me just see whether I can... Oh, that's better. Look at that. Okay, so that's the copper one. Oh, goodness, wonder what the dog's up to. That's the gold one. And that is the silver, and that's the gold that I just sprayed just now. So it's kind of cool. It gives a really nice effect. It's a lovely background effect. Can you imagine it on a Christmas card doing that? I like that. So anyway, I have made myself up one with gold, one with silver, and one with the copper. So but as I say, it does, you can sort of see how it's just settling on there. Probably should refocus. Hang on a minute. That'll be better. Yeah, you can see how it sort of settles on there, and then you just have to give it a good shake up. So anyway, there we go. So that's that. Next thing you can do with it is you can actually write with it. So let me just turn this piece over. And what colour shall we do it? Shall we just we'll just stick to the copper, I think. I do recommend when you're trying to write with it that you give the bottle a good shake so the enamel effects is down this end of it rather than still being up this end and you have to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze for to get anything to come out. So let's just see. Yep, that's good. What shall we write? Let's go with hello. So H-E-L-L-O. Potentially, if you have really good writing, then this could look really good. But you get the idea. So, I mean, it doesn't just have to be that. You could also just do a little squiggle in the corner. Sort of like that. There we go. Yeah, it could be whatever you feel like doing with it. And you know what? If you get to that point and you go, oh my goodness, that looks terrible, this is what you can do with it. You can just go, okay, well, in that case, I'll just colour my cardstock with it instead. And there you go. Not terribly impressed with my hello either, but I might leave it to dry and see how it turns out. Okay, so the last thing that I have worked out to do with this, I'm just going to fold this away. We created this card the other day in my class, and I really enjoyed just being able to dab little, you could just literally just put little dots on to make it look like there's little pearls on it. But then I thought, I wonder how it would be if I just added some onto the top of glue dots, and then you have a ready-made embellishment. Where's my thing gone to? So potentially, my hello just turned upside down. Oh great, now it looks even worse. Right, well, I might not be using that hello after all. Bummer. All right, well, let's move on to one of these ones. Which one did I think looked the nicest? Potentially this one. Okay, so I have, as I say, just gone ahead and added these straight onto a glue dot. So potentially you've got a glue dot on the back of there, and now you've made yourself a little embellishment. And obviously you can do them in different sizes. So let's have a little silver one and a gold one. And, oh, I just don't know what to do. Let's go with another bronze one. Oh, bronze and silver. And admittedly, my ones aren't perfect, but you know, that's because it was the first time I was creating them. So yeah, how cool is that, that you can just create an embellishment with some of your I can't even see the packet of it now, with these, the mini glue dots. So when you get the mini glue dots out, you will find the best way to look at them is to hold it like this and pull it like this, and then you'll see your next one. So if you plan to do this, obviously you'll want to just grab out a whole heap like this, but just bear in mind that the ones underneath are all still attached. So you will want to make sure that you've got some way of covering those over again. Oh dear, did I just dunk that in my hello again? Got it in for that hello, haven't I? All right, so there you go. Varying different things that you can do with Enamel Effects. We've got creating your card or making your cardstock slightly shiny. We've got mixing it with the Isocol and creating a spray. And we've also got writing with it, and now we've got glue dot embellishments. So there you go. Hopefully you have enjoyed this, and you now want to buy the Enamel Effects. Because let's face it, that's the idea. Okay, have a great week, and I will see you next Saturday. Thanks for joining me. Bye.